Hi there everyone, Paula McCoy. I'm working on applying some decals that are brand new. They are being released in April of 2025 if you're watching this at a later date. So what I've done here is cut myself a 5x10 piece of glass. I've got kind of a lime green color and I have a clear. So the lime green is going to be my base. Also, before you do anything on your glass, you want to make sure you clean it. So what I usually do is put white distilled vinegar on my blue shop towel and then just clean both sides of the glass. Try to keep your fingerprints off of it so that it's super, super clean. Okay. And then for this particular one, I'm going to put this in the center of the clear. You could do it on the colored glass also, but when you do it on the clear, it's going to leave a shadow because there's the clear piece of glass is 3mm and it's going to leave a gap between the color, so it's going to give you the illusion and cast a shadow. So what I've got here is some lukewarm water in a bowl. I have cut this decal out. The decals come on sheets and then you cut them down. So like here would be part of an 8.5 by 11. So I've cut this out of the sheet and cut it as close as I can. And you can refer back to the other video on how to trim as close as you can without making it too limber, or weak, I guess would be a better way to say it. So if I were to cut this excess out here, it's going to be very weak there and you're possibly going to tear the decal. So some of those areas you need to leave so that it has some room there to stabilize the whole thing at one time. Okay. So I guess I'll just leave that there. So we're going to slip it in the water. And I have these decals are being made for me by Melanie at Ceramipix. You will be able to buy them on her website or on mine, and I will put that information at the end. So let it soak until when you touch it and you feel it, it starts to come loose from the glass. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is have another paper towel here just to kind of let some of that excess water drain off on. I'm going to turn this so that it's facing me so that I can center it. Okay. So just very gently, you have plenty of time to work with it. But like I said, you don't want to tear it. This one has a lot of little vines and things, so definitely keep an eye on that. Keep it straight. If you feel like you want to measure out, you can put you some marks, or you can eyeball the distance. So move this over. So you've got 5 inches. So the design should be centered around that 2.5 mark, which it pretty much is here. Okay, that's like the widest point, which looks centered. And then if you wanted to check at the top, I've got a little, almost an inch, and right at an inch. It could go up just a smidge. I'm trying to keep it on this colored piece of glass so that you can actually see it. So then I'm going to just take my blue towel on a dry area. All right, now I can see right here I've got a piece that has turned under. So part of that leaf. So I'm going to turn that back over. I'm going to blot out the excess water to start with. And then I'm going to take the squeegee, and you need to go from the center out. Just to squeeze out all of the water. And I'm holding on, I'm anchoring the decal so that it doesn't tear, for one thing. And I don't want it to move. Okay, then I can kind of grab that excess water that was there and then double check for any air pockets. I'm going to go another one there just to make sure. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure because I don't want to tear the decal. And I didn't really see any water that came out of that one. So let's lift it up. And you can kind of look at it and you see that the film on it is, it's kind of got a, well, I'm not sure you can see it, like a yellow cast to it. This one, not as much as one of the other ones that I did. This particular one I applied already, and it has a little more of a yellow cast to it. That fires away. Okay, that's just a binder to hold that in place. So let's double check. 5, 2.5. I think that looks good. So you could use it down the middle of a piece as a focal point. You can also, after the decal dries, like I've done on this one here, I can turn this over and I can reverse paint. And I have other videos that will show you how to do that if you choose to do it and maybe not put it on. You may want to put it on white glass, and then you could even just paint just the flowers on the back side, or you could just paint the leaves, or you can paint all of it. And I'm just double checking for any air pockets that might, can't get a hold of my squeegee. Just to make sure there's nothing underneath there. Okay. Now I still have some vinegar on this towel. I'm going to just gently wipe off any, there could be a little bit of residue from the decal, and you may not be able to see it on camera, but I can see it, and it kind of has like a smeared look to it, and I don't want anything to discolor the glass, so I'm just taking a little extra precaution. You could take a Q-tip with vinegar on it and use that if you wanted. Okay, so this is just a simple application showing you how you can do a rectangle dish. You could use 4 of these and create a border around a piece, depending on if you get the 6 or the 8-inch size of the decal. All right, so your imagination is your limitation. I look forward to seeing what you create with these decals.